Hey guys, and welcome back to Flurt. I hope that you're having a really good start to your week. This week I'm going to be talking about eating disorders because they are very serious and life-threatening. And statistically, 1 in 5 women will struggle with an eating disorder, and 90% of people with eating disorders are women between the ages of 12 and 25. If you've seen my vlog from last year, you'll know that I struggle with binge eating disorder. Which basically means I eat massive amounts of food that would be abnormally large for most people. I would eat bigger proportions. Oftentimes I do it to make my stomach hurt, as binge eating has caused me my gallbladder, and it has caused a significant weight gain in my body, and it's just caused other overall health issues. And recently I was starting to gain weight again, and I didn't really think much about it at first because I was off my meds for a while, and so I kind of just saw it as, maybe a reaction. And then just early last week I realized that I was actually in a relapse, and I have been actually eating a lot bigger meals than I have intended, and I haven't even been thinking consciously about that. So I talked to my therapist about it, who I see every single week, and we were trying to come up with a game plan to how to tackle this problem for me and come up with different solutions, since I'm going through a lot of really big stresses right now. And so my thoughts are to binge a lot, and obviously that's not a very healthy way to release feelings. Interesting enough, we actually found this amazing app. I've been using it for the past week and I absolutely love it. I highly recommend, if you have an eating disorder, to check it out. And I'm gonna kind of give you a little mini tour of the app and kind of explain it a little bit further. So the app is called Recovery Record, and basically it's a way to do meal planning and log your meals, to notice trends. You can work with a provider or a clinician of some sort, or you can just work alone on your own time. But I do highly recommend that if you do have an eating disorder, as hard as it is, to disclose it to someone and get some support at least while you're going through this, so that maybe you have kind of an outside entity to look at your logs with you and kind of go over what's going on, whether it's a psychiatrist, your significant other, your parents, whoever you can get to be that backup support. I personally see a therapist, so my therapist can actually access my logs through a separate app specifically for clinicians, so she can see how I'm doing, how I'm eating, what's going on. I'm having struggles. There's a way to contact her personally through this app, or there's other resources on there if you aren't seeing a clinician or they're just not answering you in a timely manner. One of the most amazing things about this app, though, is that it can be as anonymous as you want it to be. So if you want absolutely no one to know that you're doing this, it basically covers all of that for you. When you pull up the app on your phone, it's gonna look like this. The little bird with RR underneath it. That way no one knows that it says Recovery Record. And on mine, I actually have it locked so that no one else can access this but me, and my clinician can obviously see it on the other side. But that way, if anyone were to take my phone away from me, they cannot personally get into this app without me. And when you go to your profile, you can put as little or as much as you want. It will only allow you to put your first name, email, if you so choose. I put my gender down and my location on there. And avatars, they have specific ones that you choose from, so that way it doesn't compromise your identity in any sort of way. And then in the settings, there are many different features that make this just amazing. Logbook, it assesses what you ate, your feelings behind it, and this will go for any and all eating disorders. It'll ask you if you skipped a meal, if you feel like binging, if you feel like throwing up. Because my clinician does work with me, she knows that I have a specific binge eating disorder. So this app will ask me binge-related questions instead of other questions that would probably be more specific to anorexia or bulimia. And another really great thing is that this has an amazing community built into this app, so that if for whatever reason you don't have a clinician, or if you just need to reach out to somebody, there is a hotline that you can call. It's the National Eating Disorders Hotline. There's this thing called Pair Up, which is kind of like an encouragement to each other. You get paired up with somebody who has similar struggles as you, and you send each other little stickers as kind of reminders that, oh hey, I'm here and I support you. There's a questionnaire that you fill out every 28 days to monitor your progress, and it documents that for you. You can set goals, there's coping skills, there's a reward system for actually logging and doing some of these activities, and it's music, and you can choose which music you like best, and it will show you your progress the more you log. And so it's very important to stay on top of it. So it does require a little bit of self-discipline, but it sends you reminders to log these meals so that you don't necessarily forget. For me, this is a wonderful app for anybody with any sort of eating disorder. I highly recommend downloading it. It is free on the iPhone and for Android, and I think it's very inspiring and very wonderful. And the people who are behind this app will send you a personal email congratulating you on taking the step forward to work on being better about your eating disorder. But again, I do highly recommend, if you are going to use this app, or if you're not, to reach out to somebody. And if you have a loved one who is struggling with an eating disorder and you know it, I would highly recommend showing them this app and seeing if maybe you can talk them into downloading it. So that's all I've got. That's a pretty big rundown on the app and how it works, but I swear by it. I love it. I think it's great. I'm going to keep using it with the help of my therapist, and hopefully things will get better for me as that goes on. Thank you for watching this video. If you like to, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel to see me every Tuesday. And also, we've got a new issue of Flurt coming out this week. We are really excited to share it with you, so make sure to check that out, and we will be reminding you as the time goes on, and I'll have a link down below so that you can watch out for it, buy it, and follow all of our social medias to know when specifically it comes out. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next Tuesday.